Hello everyone and welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration playthrough. As you can see, the game was already loaded and I have been running around and placing down some landing pads. I placed down some, where was it? One for coal, I believe. Hold on a second. Should have been here. Oh, it's right here. The one for coal, I have placed down a bunch of them for... another one for coal in orbit. Here, directly at the source. This one, for coal. I have decided to not place any for stone, because we have one belt. And since we need a lot of other resources, we can have this small amount of stone delivered by rocket. It's no big deal. I mean, we could, but it doesn't matter. Here, the same. I haven't noticed any like high-intensity resource, except for a small amount of stone, as usual. So let's just let's just make Novice handle it. And one thing which remains to be done, I didn't want to do it like as a hidden processing, because there is something I have realized. We don't have directly vulcanite here, we have crushed vulcanite. So before, because we are going to be having vulcanite directly on this, distributed to this solar system, to anywhere, we might as well add a processing here right away. And let's go ahead and build a small processing factory. Should be pretty straightforward. Vulcanite. We want to be crushing... what is this? What is this? We want to be crushing vulcanite. That's it. Basically, have a rocket crush the vulcanite and be done with it. Now, how many belts do we need? Let's actually check. Let's check how many do we use. We have 3 and 3. So let's try to match these, and let's have 6 belts. Let's have one rocket silo with 6 belts. Now this multiplied by 6 is 200, if I am not mistaken. Yes, indeed, it is 6. And let's place these. So 6 belts here require 9 inputs. 9 belts of input. A bit more than 9, but it's fine. We can be at 9. And that means 3 into 2. 3 into... How did we do it on... How did we do it at Shenong? How did we do that here? Oh! We have indeed 3 belts processed by 2, and they have a combined output of 2. They have a combined output. Now, this is a splitter-heavy setup. I mean, it does look pretty. If we copy-paste it, we have nothing else to do. And, you know what? I might just go ahead and be lazy here. Laziness never killed anyone, right? So that we can get started with the next project. And that is finally the Naquium. We want to be doing Naquium. Now here is, we don't actually have that many belts. We want 6, we don't want 9. So we can get rid of the top one. We can get rid of this one. Let's keep the beacon. And let's do it like that, yeah. I believe these should be able to be placed by robots. I believe, but maybe I am mistaken. Novice. No, entities are missing. Let's go grab them at the mall. And that's it, basically. I didn't want to do it hidden. Where are the crushers? Crushers. If I can find them, that would be great. That would be great. Should we request them? 12 crushers. And they are here, right above. Okay, cool. We should be having all of them in the inventory, yes indeed. And let's just go place the final... will we have enough modules? Maybe no. We did not have enough modules. Oh, come on. Missing stuff here and there. And I'm gonna copy... Oh, we don't have it in the clipboard anymore. Let's just go ahead and copy any one and reuse it. Here is the coal one. Very good. Let's just do this. And have 3 and 3. So these are the 3 input belts, which should generate Wait a second. 9 belts. Wait a second. What is this? We need 16 for 6 belts. We need 16 for 6 belts. Here we have 1, 2, and 3. But this is incorrect. The Shenong is incorrect. Shenong is incorrect. We have 3 belts of the input into 3 belts of output. Maybe we are doing some overkilling here. Maybe we are doing overkilling. Let's see. At all rates, we need 16 of these. Let me move it a little bit further behind. Yeah, let's just go ahead and copy everything. So we're gonna be having enough belts. We are gonna be able to handle 9 input belts. I think what's happening here is that we are overkilling them, so we don't have the exact amounts, but that's fine. The most important part here is to be able to handle 9 input belts and wait, we're gonna be producing too much of these. Anyways, let's go ahead and grab some pulverizers, and let me do it properly. Actually, let's have it done properly. I don't like a dirty setup, which might be a mistake, which might have been a mistake on Shenong. So the idea today is to finish this setup, so we have all our rockets ready and be launching. And when it's done, we shall be making a Naquium processing factory and endgame processing factory. It will be the opportunity to use up all the productivity modules which have been accumulating since a couple of streams. And I'm really excited about this because this is the door to Deep Space Science 2. Once we have Naquium flowing, we are gonna be able to have Deep Space Science 2. That is the goal. Let me quickly finish this base, this setup. 9 into 6, eh? How does that work? We have 9 here, but the output should be only 6. So let's see. If we wanted to, wait, because it's hard to divide by 3. 16 divided by 3 is like 5. Okay, 6. So these 6 machines should be able to produce only 2 belts, not 3. Not 3. So what's going on here? What is going on? What is going on? 6 machines are able to handle 3. You know what? Let's go ahead and divide it by 2 so it's a bit easier. 8 machines produce... Oh, take 4.5 belts. Okay. So we actually want 2. Indeed, 6 machines should produce 2 belts from 3. And so these 6 machines should produce 2 belts and not 3. I don't know what I was doing at Shenong. These should be 2 belts. And I think the way it should be done is basically not have 2x2 combinations here, but 3x3. Just like that. Again, we are gonna be using the splitters, but that's okay. So we have 1 belt here, and the second one is gonna be here. Like that. Very simply, very simply. Pretty straightforward. And you are unnecessarily snaky. Okay, now that makes sense. 3 input, 2 output by 6 machines. That is now at good ratios. That is at good ratios. Let's copy this setup above. This is adjusted, this is adjusted. And now we should be good. There's like a beacon to manage, to handle. Oops. This beacon, it disallows the position of this splitter at the input. It's fine. We can just do this, put the splitter here, and we are Gucci. We are Gucci. So two belts of output. We have our 6 belts from 9 belts of output. So all the dropped vulcanite by crashes should be brought into this chest. Let's bring the robots. Let us bring the robots. Bam. And also put a radar here, because the rocket might crash somewhere in the vicinity, and we want to be able to pick it up. As always, and this should be done. Bam, vulcanite. Hopefully these are properly copied, and yes, and have 9. So 3 are going to the bottom. Three are going here. Can we copy paste it? I think we can. We can just do this. The first 3 are going top, and then these 3, and then we can copy this one because they are opposites. 1 here and 1 here. Oops. Trying myself at faster copy pasting belt techniques. I'm not very used to buses. Okay, we have 9 of these here. Is it 9? Yes, it is. 18. For some reason, detected 18, which is fine. Let's do these. Oops. My mouse is sleeping. Something like this, and I'm gonna copy paste that. I would like to copy paste it without the rails, but unfortunately, you know what? Let's preserve. Let's preserve this here. Let's do it like that, like that, like that. Pretty nicely in the middle. Okay. Looking good. Respecting aesthetics randomly. And you may have noticed that the trains are stuck. And there is a very good reason to that. Of course, there's always a good reason to trains being stuck. Which is something I need to be taken care of with the rocket's outputs. So the problem is, again, as happened multiple times, when we're lacking input items. For example, here we lack stone. And when that happens, well, the trains don't know where to go and they get stuck, and they keep stacking everyone else. And we have that issue with the stone. Hey, Revan! How are you doing? How are you doing? Today we progress. I finish vulcanite here, and then we are gonna be doing naquium. Progress is long overdue. I mean, core mining is still kind of a progress. Oh, hold on a second. What is this? There's like a single big pipe. Like that. This is unnecessary, and these should come from here. This should come nicely all along. I'm still not used to the redirection of belts. Was it using R? Yeah, I'm not used to that. I need to train mechanics. Train the reflexes to press R here. Bam. And done. So now we have 6 belts of output crashed vulcanite, and for somehow the modules have been picked up. Oh yeah, we do have modules in the global network. This is how they have been picked up. And you rockets are gonna be a vulcanite rocket. Perfect. Now we have iron done. Stone done everywhere. Copper done here. Vulcanite done just now. Uranium, I did that earlier offline. Here we have a uranium landing pad, nothing crazy, just a landing pad. And finally, coal and stone. So coal and stone are a little bit special. Core and stone are special in that trains try to pick up stone from some supplies, and as mentioned before, if they cannot find any supply, they get stuck, like this. And by doing so, everything gets stuck. So I think what would be best... is to... we have 2 choices. Either we change the trains so that they don't get stuck, but we want to change so many trains. It's a little bit overwhelming. Or... you know what? I think it's easy to change the trains. I mean, easy. Let's have them go at the stacker. Hey, fastest. Welcome back. Let's have them go at the stacker, you know? If you do that, they're gonna be at the stacker, one full and one empty. It's gonna be a little bit inefficient because of the additional routes, but now since we are delivering everything by core miners, I mean that's the goal. They shouldn't be used too much. Good afternoon, Lanerion. Good afternoon, all. Hope you had a great day. It's Wednesday. So we want this train to be to go in at its own stacker, even if it's empty. So full and empty, we're just gonna be doing rounds between the stacker, which is acceptable. Stacker stone. Okay, here off you go, and then you're gonna try to find a supply. You should be the same. You know what? Let's search by like that, a bit easier. Stone stacker, same as here. Improve the trains. Oh, it pasted the stone directly. Interesting, but it doesn't filter properly then. If I just do this, stone stacker, okay, and then it will go there. And also with no conditions is good enough. Actually, we don't need an activity. No conditions are good enough. No conditions are good enough. And this is how we are going to be able to unstock everyone. Unstuck everyone. Yeah, that's a verb. So many trains. Oh my god. This is how we are gonna be unstacking everyone. We'll be updating to Space Exploration 0.6 when it comes. I'm trying to decide what EPS-friendly solutions exist for collecting core fragments if the miners are scattered around the planet now. That's a good question, and both questions in your message are good. Should we update? Or should we wait first? And then what's the good solution to core miners which are scattered? For this playthrough, I think I'm not going to be updating just yet. For a sole reason that there might be some issues with the patch when it comes out. Like, I know there has been internal testing and whatnot, but let's wait out until everything stabilizes, like everything is fixed, and then we shall see. Maybe it's a good idea to actually do it. Because, I mean, that's the future, right? Like, once everything is stable, I'd like to be playing the latest version. And we're gonna be going through an upgrade of the base, of course. But maybe... we shall see. I cannot really tell right now what it's gonna be. Now, what about the scattered core miners? Well... trains, I guess. If you have any way to provide fuel for trains, I guess trains are the way to go. But each planet will require a train network. Then it's gonna be a bit annoying, right? Okay, stones are well. So I'm not gonna change everything everywhere, but as soon as we see any like. We're gonna be checking noise from every now and then, and if we see any congestion, any like trains which are being stuck, we shall do what we just did and have them go. There are some significant changes. For example, new science packs. True, there are new science packs. Like it will require a big rework. Even even the current science packs will be changed, right? I mean, I don't remember reading anything about this in the patch notes, but my guess is that even current change packs, like the 4 space packs, might have some changes. Yeah, of course they will, because from now on it's not going to be vulcanite, it's going to be pyroxite, was it? Not sure. Yeah, some resources are getting added. Yeah, it's actually a big question. Is the upgrade of the playthrough worth it? It's almost equates to a restart, but with technologies unlocked. So we shall see. We shall see how it goes. Let's go back to Novice Orbit. We are done. We are done here. Here at Novice. Modules have different recipes. Yeah, I remember. Instead of requiring 3, we're gonna be requiring 2. And that is cool. That is amazing. But for example, every single change, right? Every single change can be improved by going at a factory producing them. I think almost everywhere I have like one factory per build, right? And all we need to do is to update like the ratios here. So I believe we're gonna be able to make modules easier. So that's a big buff for the production of the models. I hope. So we shall see. The answer is we shall see. Pretty reasonable. Hope it is. Hope it is. Like every factory is kind of localized, right? If you update, you will need to update most of the factories. Add, of course, science packs. But the way I have been doing that is using dynamic train distribution. So it might not be that hard to, like, I don't know, add a new sub-factory, add some new stations. Everything here is designed to be kind of expandable. Not actually kinda, or everything is expandable, like we can add stations, we can change recipes. It's just that the amount of changes is a bit, what's the word? Overwhelming. Right. So, we are at Novice Orbit, and let me go to Morse and actually retarget all the rockets. Because now we are able to do so. We are able to do so. Yeah, the reason why this is not going is because one of the rockets is full, and now that we have added all the landing pads, here all we need to do is to say for each of these rockets to be dynamic. So the copper one, the main one, is launching on green signal, but all other ones, first select the destination. Destination should be, so this is iron, any landing pad with name. And the name should be Iron Requester, and that's it. The fuel, the fuel has been updated, and launch on cargo full, and that's it. That's it. Nothing to be done. Let me check whether we have. Okay, I think because we have launched the rocket. Wait, is it launching? It's not launching. Launch on cargo full. It's able to launch any landing pad with name. Why is it not launching? Oh, because it's not full, of course. Of course. Then coal, same. So, as you can see, if we check the global network here, we can see that a stone is equal to 1. That means that there is one rocket somewhere which is full of stone as a byproduct. So, once we set it off, everything should be back to working. Everything should be back to working. Logistics rockets, everyone. Logistics rockets. Really cool, and quite functional, I might say. Quite functional. Dynamic destination, and just launch on cargo full, and it should go. Now let's have this one go to, again, any landing pad. You know what? I think it's easier to just copy paste. And even this one can now launch. But this one should launch on a green signal when cargo full. And everything else is dynamic. This one is uranium. This one is vulcanite, stone, coal. Like that. And I think we're done. So on cargo full, launch on cargo... No, on cargo... Oh my god, it launched. I have mistakenly changed launch on rocket on fuel full, but that's fine. Launch on cargo full, and launch on cargo full, and that's it. That's it. It is flowing. It is flowing. The core mining is flowing. I'm happy about it. Why don't we have rocket fuel here? Wait a second. Why don't we have rocket fuel? It's... Oh, because we haven't set... the destination. The destination has been set? I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. Maybe after we pick the destination. Yeah, after we pick the destination, it's gonna be launching. Actually, we can copy paste. Rocket. Rocket. Launch cargo full. Cool. So, vulcanite. Vulcanite. Stone. Stone. These are all byproducts, so it's cool. Copper and copper. And the other two we cannot because they are different. This one should be launching on cargo full and to the copper one. And this one should be launched on green signal when cargo full to iron one. Why there is like... What is this? Why there's an empty spot? I don't know. Yeah, some bugs here and there. Oh, and did you finish the automation? Yeah, when there is no iron ore on the logistics network anywhere, then launch. And it's all automated. It is all good. Now, I have realized something. And I'm glad I've realized it before trouble happened. There was, here, we had forgotten a condition at the refueling station. You know what we forgot? We actually have forgotten the fuel itself. You know, the most important part of the refueling station, the fuel itself. Like, we have antimatter canisters, and I was misled by the fact that we have antimatter canisters. But this is just energy, right? We need the fuel. There is no fuel here. Not full. Ah, yeah, it was not full. The rocket was not full. It's fine. So I went ahead and changed the blue here to 4, so if the ship arrives, it doesn't launch. I have changed it to 4, and now we need to set up the fuel itself. The fuel itself. So once the fuel is above... Where is it? Liquid, right? I'm blind. This one, antimatter. When the antimatter is above the threshold, which is 99,000, for fluids I tend to not use the 100k because it's a float and sometimes it messes up. And here we say blue signal when the antimatter stream is above 99,000. Let's connect. I cannot see anything because of the jetpack. Man, this is my biggest criticism of SC. Okay, and here are the green signal. So we need to be reading the red signal of the fuel, and to do that we need to connect it as we did for everything else, like this. And now it should be done. It should be done. The refueling should be happening. The refueling should be happening. Once this is all done, the ship will go back. And after some time has passed, if everything is alright, if the ship is properly going back and forth, I'm gonna add a second ship. I'm gonna just copy paste and send a second ship on the same route, so that we have 2 ships bringing in, maybe even 3. I think 3 is better, to make sure that we are bringing the cores ASAP. Okay, and now let's get started with Naquium. So we have to do 2 things. First of all, we need to fix Black Mirror, which is our deep field location where we mine Naquium. There are some issues, and all these issues should be solved by some specific deliveries. I'm flying right now to grab the Productivity 9 modules, because we are gonna be using them at Naquium processing. Since Naquium is the rarest of all resources, we want productivity modules. And look at these boys, we have exactly 378 productivity models. This is really cool. A lot of them, last levels of these. And the reason why these are not working is because we lack copper. It's copper. Copper is the problem, and this is why we went ahead and established core mining. Okay, let's go to Morse, and let's go... Oh, and before doing that, let's do something fun. Let's design a personal spaceship. And in honor of Revan, who originally claimed the design of the first ship, we shall do it as a Venator class shape as well. And to honor Faustus Redeem about the name, we should name it the Mad Lab as well. And the reason is that we want a personal ship for traveling, but I don't want to be using this one. It's too big. It's way too big, and we needed to look at all the shields. We needed to kind of protect it. We needed to protect it because 600,000 HP meteors could pass through. So if we make a smaller Venator class to fit 1k integrity, then we should be able to not need us that many defenses, because the maximum meteors that can hit us are medium ones. And Again, I need to play with the energy beam receiver. There must be a trick, guys. I feel like there must be a trick that I'm not getting. The energy beam receiver should work, right? Somehow, it's just something I'm not getting. But my biggest concern is that it's too big, and we want the ship as small as possible, as nimble as possible, as nimble as possible. This is why we shall try to create one with as many engines as possible while still respecting the Venator class shape, and be within 1000 integrity. So let's go. Let's go. Ravan, is it okay for Venator class shape to be only regarding the upper side? Is it okay if I do engines as a triangle like that to optimize their number? Is it okay with you if we keep only the upside as Venator shape? Because I'd really want to I wish to optimize the engines to have a ship not as fast as possible, because if we respect some aesthetic, then the shape is not gonna be completely optimized, but as much as possible, as much as we can. Although let's see how it goes. So, like, ideally, to optimize the positioning of the engines, we would need to do something like this. This is like the ideal positioning, in order to not having to make it. Although, how about having engines at the wings, like behind the wings? I think the shape still won't change too much, right? And it's still be kind of Venator. It's gonna be a little bit more respectful towards the design. Let's try to do it like that. Sure, you can shift the engines at the side more up. I think originally there are 2 engines in mid, more down the ship, and 2 more under the wings. Like, this is, I believe, is I've made these locations, these positions on the image, right? So there are like 2 below the wings. Is it okay if we like spam them all the way behind the wings? I think it's a little bit more optimal. I want our custom ship to be as fast as possible. Let's do this, and let's try to make it nimble. How about doing something like this at the end? Like this can be the back. This can be the back, and now we need to go 1 tile above, so we're able to use this slot in order to input the. By the way, let's set our spaceship construction shortcut. Do something like that at the behind, and the wings can be starting from here. Oh my god. if we will respect 1000 integrity, then it's gonna be not as big as this one. Oh, how about us having wings starting with this one? Like, move it a bit up. I have an idea. Optimize plus aesthetics. Check this out. So the Venator class has some behind section, and then it has some wings, the wings which are starting a little bit above. So let's actually do it by fitting this engine exactly at the optimal location, like this. Like this. And then we're going to be having a nice shape here. Although the the butt is going to be a little bit too big. Too big still. But that's okay. As long as the shape is there. So, man, I love building spaceships. And constraints make it even better. So the wings are like this. Yeah, I think it's fine. Like, we can have the engines inside the wings. Again, optimize the number. Something like that. Something like that. I think these... Oops. No, wait. Oh, okay, these ones should be deleted. Okay. And you know what? I think we can do one side and copy-paste it to the other side. The copy-paste has some issues, but we shall fix them. The floor has copy-pasting issues. So the wings can be like this. Is it a bit too fat? Is it a bit too fat? Like the wing is going here, and then it's kind of going towards upwards, and then there is the shape. No, I think it's good. I think it's good. And if we smartly place down the ground here, we can have a nice little shape, including which will include the engines. Man, this one is a bit of a... Okay, let's remove this one. Or else the shape is never gonna be there. It is not gonna be there. Instead, let's do it like that. Wait, not this. Let's do it like that. Bam, bam, and then we can have some wings. Wings of liberty. So let's have some space here for the wing shape, and we can use it and put some cannons, some lasers. And then let's do something like that. Ooh. It's gonna be really approximate. It's okay. I'm doing my best here, trying to optimize the engines. Something like that. Maybe one more, so we can actually fit a cannon, so this space is not wasted. So locations with walls are really what's the word? They don't really impact too much the integrity. Locations with walls. And let's have a cannon here. The wing is gonna be like that. It's gonna go towards the middle here, and then we're gonna be having a small, small shape. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So you know what? We actually don't even need this this side, but I mean we still can. Okay. Where is the turrets? Why do we have trains here? We want turrets. Laser turrets. Yeah. Like that. I'm not worried about the contents of the ship. We should be able to properly do it. Something like this, and then we need to be going. We need to be having a waist. This ship has a waist. Let's. Nah, this is a bit too rough. Let's have three to the right, one to the top. Three to the right, one to the top. 1, 2, and 3 to the right, 1 to the top. 3 to the right, 1 to the top. 3 to the right, 1 to the top. Something like that, until we reach the waist. You can shift up the engines at the sides, one tile up relative to the next engine, just for aesthetics. Which ones? The engines at the sides, one tile up. These ones, the outermost ones, of course. Like that? Oh, it does look good. Revan, you do have a sense of aesthetics. And I think we need to shift everything here as well. Like this, right? Wait. A bit, like that. Like that, but for each engine. Ah, for each engine. Okay. True, it does go a little bit upwards. True. Like that, right? Yeah. Looking better. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. Like that, and we can have a waist here, and then have a small, let's have a small shape. 1, 2. Oh, was it 2? Here it was only 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, it was 3 up. Yeah, something like this. And I'm not sure how far we should go for the waist. I think this is good. I think this is good. Let's go ahead and copy paste it on the other side and see how it looks. So now, unfortunately, the blueprint is not gonna be properly copied. That's how it is. There are gonna be some offsets, but that's fine. From left to right, actually, it adds tiles. From right to left, it removes tiles. It shifts everything to 1 tile to the right for the flooring. Just need to keep that in mind. That's the mistake. Something like that. Something like that. And here is the middle. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Like that. So here's the middle, and from here on, we need to do the shape, but oh my god, we are not. Is it even gonna be possible to stay within 1000 integrity? I think it should be possible if we do it a bit small, like let's do it even further. Remove 1, remove 2, remove 3, remove 4. A little bit more compact. Something like that, right? Like this, and copy paste. Oh yeah, copy pasting only the floor is actually we can adjust for the for the bad flip. And now oh, you know what? We still need to I think the waist should be even thinner, right? Something like this. And now this is going a little bit towards the top. Then it should expand a bit. Let's draw on one side. Hold on. So we have something like this. Okay, it doesn't even have to be that big. Something like that. Let's see. Here we are going to be restricted by the integrity. So let's draw an approximate shape, and let's see how it goes. I really like this one. I really like this one. That's a little bit too much. More engines? I'd like to. I'd love to, but I mean, we could place more of them, but they're gonna be only 60% efficiency, right? I mean, I know you're sarcastic, but I would honestly love to place as many engines as possible. Like, the engines are everything. Engines are speed. This is a little bit too. We need to curve it even more. Building the personal ship, which we're gonna be using everywhere. I think the waist of the ship is too small. Too small? You want it larger? You like larger waists? Like this is better? I'm not sure how far we should go, but again, we are limited by the integrity, by the allowed integrity. So what I want to do is to draw an approximate shape, see how much we can afford, and and then proceed based on the results. So let's do something like that. I think we're gonna be way look at the size. It's it's not far from the original one, although it's smaller. It is smaller. I think I sent you my attempt of MK2 Venator a few weeks ago in Discord. Oh, you did send an attempt. I remember you sent a second version, but problem is we need engines. Could you send it? Could you send it again? We can have a look. I think you have sent it with the tiles, right? Yeah, I remember you sent it with the tiles. But let's see how much integrity does this take. Maybe we need to curve it slightly more here. How about going straight? How about going straight? It was near 2K integrity, but lots of space. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't need space. We want to be fast and small. The smaller, the faster. That doesn't look good. But I'm very worried. This is too much space. Like, look at the number of tiles. 400 tiles. This is like already 400 tiles. God. The shape is not gonna be there with this amount of engines. By the way, this should be removed. Oh, we should even remove these. I'm not calling this a Venator class ship. I tried, okay? I tried. I don't care so much about aesthetics. My ship's tie oil fields can be used indefinitely, but the amount they yield will reduce or typically ends up looking like swords with hilts. But I'd like to keep my promise to to have a design of a Venator class which works. But the thing is, we have two big wings. Because we have two big wings, we have to go big here. We have to go big above. If we reduce the size of the wings, maybe we can have it smaller. Okay, let's sacrifice one engine. I'm gonna do the ultimate sacrifice. Ultimate sacrifice. One engine here. So because of the smaller shape, everything should be smaller. And that's a lot, by the way. I hope you appreciate the sacrifice. If not for you... Oops. But copy-pasting there somehow. I don't care so much about aesthetics. My ship typically end up looking like... Okay, that's what he meant. I got the message. I got the message. Okay, let's do it like that. Not worry too much about details for now, but let's just make it like this. The wings are gonna go. We can already start moving towards the center from here. Maybe do this. Maybe do this, and then do something like this. Okay, and then the waist is gonna be here. Maybe like, this is too small, indeed. Maybe something like this. And then we can start going towards the top. Not all the way there. But do something. Something like this. Small, but still kinda respectful. Kinda respectful of the design. Right? How are we gonna do this? Maybe like this. What do you think? It's a bit fat now. I feel like it's a bit fat. It needs a thinner waist. Now it's way too fat. It's hard. Guys, design is hard. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay. And now we can do some finitions. Some finitions on the details. So here I feel like it's a bit too fat. Or maybe the problem is the waist. Revan, what do you think? Where could the improvements be? Done. Could be done. No. The sides should have a little bit more height to them, like this. And then let's have two. Oops. Let's have two. Hollow center. Oh, Kvatch! You're a genius! Oh, if we hollow out the center, we will lose on integrity, but still have the shape. Oh, that is amazing! That is amazing! That is amazing! It's gonna be a Venator with a hole, with a blast. Oh, that is a good idea. Big fan, big fan. And by the way, Kvatch, I still remember your yesterday's redeem of a full 2K integrity ship, and we're gonna do just that for Naquium haulers. This is the personal ship. Personal ship should be small and nimble, but your redeem still stands. The promise is still there. So we're gonna do that afterwards. I hope you're ready, guys. It's gonna be ship design stream. Hope you enjoy. You tend to make the waist too small. It's like the ship's wearing a belt on last hole. I give them some air to breathe. Okay, sure. Giving some air. No discrimination against white ships. Okay, yeah, right. So where should the waist begin? Somewhere here, right? So now that we have this Kvatch's idea with making the hole in the middle. Thank you for following, Guy Clicking. Thank you for following. Hope you enjoy spaceship design streams, because that's what we're gonna be doing. Why do I suck so much at that? I can't seem to. Okay, imagine it. So it go like this. Okay, you know what? I have an idea how to draw it. I have an idea. So we do this. We just draw. I'm gonna sit 2 meters away from the computer. 2 meters away, very far, and draw a basic shape. How about that? Man, the mouse is a bit too far. How about that? How about something like this? Should it be wider? Pixel art. Revan delaying. Revan fears himself now. True. Oops. Now we can do some adjusting. I think it's okay. I think it looks okay. How can we do it? Give the waist one or two tiles more space as straight line, and it looks fine to me. Oh, that is some optimistic. That is optimistic from you. Something like this. How about this? Should we do one more cut here? Nah. Or just like one. Oh, this is cool. Maybe somewhere. How about this? Nah, I think it should be straight. Maybe one tile, but one more tile, but looks better. One more tile wider. Okay, got it. But then, yeah, we need to put that back. That is a bit too long. Okay, looking good, right? Looking good. And now we shall copy paste it. I mean, should we? Oops. Wait, it's not what I meant to do. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Man, the hollow middle is the genius idea. We don't have to worry about the total size that way. Man. Okay, let us... are we at the half? Yeah, we're at the half. So now we can simply copy-paste everything here. Let's do it like that. So it starts in the middle of the engine. It starts at the middle of the engine. Flip. Flip. Yeah, what do you think? Let's finish the front. Okay, now can you call it can you call it the Venator class now? Wait, we need to copy all the way from the middle. Okay, like this. I would forget where did we start. Let's do it at the ship itself, like this, and we start from the wall basically. Flip, start from the wall. Bam. Okay. Now, the the best part. The best part. Oh, we need some space here for these. We need at least this. So let's do it like that. No, we need it. We need this. This tile must be here. That's not negotiable. And then it definitely captures the essence of the previous ship. But the previous ship has a lot of stuff in the middle, right? And this one is gonna be having an epic hole. An epic hole. Faustus always on point with the remarks. Hold on. Before doing the walls, we need to copy paste. You know what? I mean, if it's just we could use the previous ship in that case, but I forgot where did I take it. Starting at the last segment of the wall. Oh, we don't have the wall there. Okay, starting one tile in front of the middle of the engine. Like this. Oh wait. In front. Okay, in front. Because I saw the top not being adjusted. Okay, now this is good. This is perfectly symmetrical, I hope. Yeah, should be. And let's do the walls. First of all, before making the hole, we need to check how far we are from the. Like, what should be the size of the hole? By the way, a lot of Star Wars ships are not exactly like, what's the word? They're not exactly full in the middle, right? For example, take the I don't even know the name. The circular-looking ships with half-circle wings. They have a lot of space in the middle, so we can actually copy this kind of design. I mean, it will still be a little bit small because of the integrity. So the pixel art would not make it properly circular, but you know, we can get there. The fighters, yeah, the fighters, exactly. Wall by top left corner of far left engine not connected. Oh yeah, but that's okay. That is okay because the engine counts as a wall, so we don't even have to do these. I just We can even like add some style by doing it like this. But I think with a wall it looks a bit better. But it doesn't have to connect. Okay, now we need to to copy everything back. Hold on. We need to copy the floor only. We start one tile in front of the middle of the second engine. One tile in front of the middle of the second engine, like this. And then it does something like this, right? No, this one is off. And then, yep, just like this. Okay. Okay, and now let's hope it's properly. Okay, I guess that shows us the mistakes. Now should be good. Now should be good. By the way, let's check the other, the Medusa. Is it traveling? Medusa is traveling. Medusa is traveling. It has no antimatter. It has almost no antimatter. What happened? It's going to Morse. It's going to Morse. It's going to Morse. And it's not going to be able to lift off from Morse. Oh my god. No, let's make it go to novice orbit. It has stray fuel. It has stray fuel. And we shall fix the issue. I'm glad I checked. I'm glad I checked. It didn't refuel for some reason. For some reason, it didn't refuel. And let's not make it auto-leave. Let's not make it auto-leave. Let's make this blue condition not 4, but 6. So it's never true, because it's not enough. And let's just see whether antimatter is being full. I'm glad I checked. If it landed on Morse, we would need to go and refuel it manually, because it would not be able to lift with this amount of fuel. Okay, I think it's looking even better. I think the pointy shape here is better than this kind of blunt shape. This looks like ice cream, right? And this one looks like a proper spear. I do prefer the shape of this one. Now, the best part. What is the integrity? What is the hull strength? Oh! Hey! We are at 1000! It's not that bad! Tanstaffel still dead? Yeah, we haven't gotten around to saving Tanstaffel. It's still kind of drifting in space because of the lack of energy, because of the cannon, probably. That was the guess last time. It's a bit far, but with this ship, which has a lot of engines, it might be able to save the thing. Tanstaffel. So, I still do like the idea of a hole in the middle. I don't want to do any concessions on any design on any side, but I do like the idea of the hole. And you know what we can do in the middle? We can put a clamp. We can put a hole inside the ship. And that is gonna be a distinctive feature of this ship. Let's put walls. I mean, doors. Oh, we have some. Ice cream, yes. Let's just say ice cream. Let's just say that. Now, how many tanks do we want? How many tanks do we want? I feel like we want 2 is a little bit too low. It's a little bit too low. Let's have 4. Let's have 4. So usually I don't like combining them in a series without pumps, but looking at how compact this is, I'm gonna make an exception. Now the issue is we need both a pump for the refueling and splits on each side. Splits like this shape. This structure of engines behind, where you have 2 next to each other, and then ones which go like this, you can either go straight or do something else behind. But this creates a very nice 8x8 center here for 4 booster tanks. I really like the efficient usage of space. Now, how should we feed other ones? How should we feed other ones? I think the idea would be to have, like, we still want a pump. We still want an input pump for the input. And I think a direct input inside the tank is the best option. And we can have an output one. We can have an no, we don't need an output. Okay, cool. That's how it's. I think that's looking good. So we can have underground pump like this going into this direction, and if we are able to somehow go all the way there, we can afford a hole here. Maybe we can afford a hole, or maybe just go through here. Go through here and have the refueling done like through here, but that's a little bit weird. Oh no, we can't use this space. This space is gonna be used for this engine. This engine is gonna be like this. Bam, bam. Let's do it like that, and let's put the wall one tile below. Oh, that's cool. I think that connects. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure if this diagonal section connects. We can easily check it using a console. Okay, no connections. I think it's because of this one. It has to like be adjacent, not angle. Like this, right? Okay, yes, indeed. Engines only take 10 antimatter, and flow is rarely an issue. True. They are very, very low, so maybe we might not be worried about the flow. So, but I still want to have a pump in front of the tank for the filling. A pump from outside would still make the filling slower. And that's not a big deal. That's not a problem. But from here, we want to do something like this. We want to be going... Oh, you know what? Instead of doing weird dribbling, what we can do is we can go below the engine here. We can connect through the bottom, like this. Yeah, that is still a wall. And now we can connect through the tank and to all of the engines. And here can actually be a... Oh yeah, that's good. That's very symmetrical. That is very symmetrical. We can go here, have it go. The beauty of advanced fluid handling pipes. Easy ships. Yeah, it is a bit of a hack. I do agree. Okay, and this is the distribution is now correct. We need to add the last side here. This and this is into the directions. So they all go through the tanks and properly are distributed everywhere. And the input is this one. I learned something new on the ACD score this morning. Even when a rocket lands successfully, you still lose cargo. Really? Oh. That would explain why my ratios were always off. No, that must be calculation error. But that's interesting to know. So you always lose cargo. You always lose cargo. So I guess it's okay for like ores. Like if you have core mining, you can distribute infinite ores using rockets. It's no big deal. But if you that's why spaceships are there. You never lose cargo. At the cost of time. True. Let me check, actually, now that you are bring this information. Let me check how much cargo we have been losing. Oh, this, right? Cargo safety. So I think we're good. Like 0.15%, and surviving stacks numbers are rounded up. So that's good for us. So we need to have a stack which is more than 100 multiplied by more than a 600 stack to lose one cargo. So if it's not 600, 6 to 700, we should be losing nothing because it's rounded up. So only starting 600 item stack, we start losing stuff, and maybe this is why it's so inefficient to launch cargos from. Let me check the rockets, the infame rocket, which is going from Novice to Black Mirror. Yeah, we're losing 10% of cargo every time. We are losing so much rocket fuel. Man, Novice is really gonna breath Breathe. Is it breathe or breath? I'm always making a mistake. Once we have cancelled this setup. Okay, let's go ahead with this. Man, oh, look at the shape! Look at the shape! The wings are through. Oh man, I'm a big fan of this. Not a big fan of this. It's way too big. How? Wait, they're almost similar size, but this one is not far from 2000. It's like 1600, and this is like just 1000. Breathe, breathe. Thank you. Yeah, I need to train to say it properly. Oh yeah, and here I wanted to add a little improvement here to be able to evacuate the thing here. So it can be fueled through two directions. Like we can land on the right hand or on the left hand. With this setup, it is possible. And I do like the way it looks on the minimap. Pain? What do you mean? Okay, let's get the engine going and everything else. Breathe and breath are pronounced differently and mean different things. Was a fun one to learn in school, and it is not intuitive. It is definitely not intuitive. I'm having trouble with the correct one. Breathe and breath. Because you say Breath of the Wild, right? Everyone says it. Breath of the Wild. And it's like... I lack vocabulary to speak about such things. Okay, let's focus on Factorio. What we want here is we want one of these. Oh, we have some of them. We have everything. Do we have antimatter engines? I don't believe we do. So one antimatter engine should be more than enough. Should be more than enough. Let's also set up a location for. I think it's really cool to have a console in the middle, but let's first set up the energy because it's the most power consuming thing. So let's set up the energy, and then we can worry about everything else. Breathe is breathe. Breath is breath. Thank you. So if there is an E at the end, I just need to remember that this E is part of the sound. E. Okay. I'll try to breath. Try to remember. Thank you for your help educating the uneducated. Where should we? Okay, this one is very big, so maybe we should focus on putting this one first. And it's gonna be having turbines outputs. Maybe turbines. So we have a small part here, and we have a larger part here. What is the smartest way to feed them? Oh, and by the way, we need only two. Remember how while we have a big temperature generator, we are still gonna be having a single antimatter reactor. This is why we're never gonna be using this at 100% of its capacity. We're always gonna be using only 400 out of 1 gigawatt. So because we can produce up to 100. I mean, no, that's not true, because we can have a buffer. If we have a steam buffer, then we can have spikes at 1 gigawatt without any issues. Which is actually a good thing to have. Let's have a small steam buffer, yeah. Which is harder for you to say, onomatopoeia or okonomiyaki? I guess neither, because onomatopoeia is the same as French. And my my closest to native language is French, so we say onomatopoeia, so it's the same. And okonomiyaki, I got used to saying that. So good. Okonomiyaki is so good. But there are some other words which are way harder for me to say. I don't remember which one or right like that off the top of my head, but there are some harder words. Actually, Japanese words are pretty easy to pronounce because Japanese words don't like in Japanese language you don't have letters. You have syllables, and every syllable is what we would call a consonant and a vowel. in a series. It's always a consonant and a vowel, and there is a single consonant which is without a vowel, like a single quote-unquote letter, which is a consonant without a vowel, which is N. And everything else is consonant plus vowel. So it's very easy to pronounce, and this is why I find Japanese language so melodic. Very melodic. I'm trying to fit. Hold on. Let me try. Can we do that? Oh, almost. If not for the pipes, yeah, we still need to evacuate the steam. They don't fit. They don't fit. How about putting you? Oh, we can use these for controls. So that's actually good. That is actually good. Okonomiyaki. So yeah, they have mostly like. There is a, e, I, O, U, which are vowels, and then there are all the other sounds are combinations of consonant and vowel, except for N, which is a single consonant on its own. Everything else is consonant plus vowel. I like that part of Japanese language. Was it fan of the differences when men versus women speak? That part isn't taught in classes. Oh yeah, the politeness. Learning to say like the different politeness levels. Men versus women. Men versus women. Kinda, yeah, kinda. I cannot find a position to this. Oh my god, why is it so hard? You know what? I think I think I want to go with this. We shall bring the wall one tile higher, and I think this one is a this one is a better version. Something like this, yeah. Now let me copy it properly here. Oh, let's have the door here so it's symmetrical. Okay, like this. That. 1, 1, 2, down. 1, 2, 3. Like this, right? Yeah. Okay. Now you're blocking the door, so it's not your final position. But the previous set, we can now fit it like this. And now this is very good. I like this. This is very good. Let's get the turbines out. Can we fit this one here? And we kind of... Watashi and Boku. Oh yeah, and there are many others to say I. There is ore. There is waga. There are so many ways to say me, I. And the best part is, it's something you usually don't say, because if it's implied that it's about you, you don't even say you. Different words are used based on the gender of the person speaking. There are some words, for example, some words only a woman would use. For example, again, saying I. There is like the one which everyone learns is watashi, but Japanese women sometimes say watakushi. My accent is terrible. I apologize for the Japanese speakers, but my accent is just terrible, and I'm well aware of it. So there are some versions which fit indeed more, which fit women. I cannot find a proper placement here. Oh my god. This, no, it's impossible because of the... Oh wait, what if we move this one here? Like that. Yeah, and now it's okay. Now it's okay. Now the water can be directly inputted here, but we might be wanting to be having a tank anyways. Something like this. And how about these? Oh, can't they go like this? In a row? Something really weird. From both sides. This is not pretty at all. This is not pretty at all. I am not happy with how this ends up being. So let's not spend 2 hours here, and let's just do it like this. So it outputs towards that. It's gonna get water from here, from this line, which is free. It outputs towards the top, and let's have turbines in front of the doors, just blocking the way, you know. The only thing I know from anime is Baka. You don't watch much anime, right? Because I know some people which are big anime fans. They know some people have learned to speak Japanese just solely based on animes. That's amazing. Let's have it like that. This will allow us to have the ship kind of split in half through these, and it's fine because we can have a pathway. Like, you can imagine a pathway here. Here is going to be the engine section. We can even wall it off. Like, we're going to be putting walls for the integrity reductions afterwards anyways, but it can be a nice addition to the design. Like, basically we don't want to be entering this side. Once we enter through the walls, we want to be being here at the top, so we can wall everything off here, and this is the engine room basically. Look at me being RP, that's rare. Let's have a small passage still for the engine room. Like that. Yeah, and here we can put some walls. Make it the most dense in line and then add holes around it. Add holes, dense in line and add holes around it. I think, like, because we are so low on hull stress, we might not need holes. All we need is many walls. Like, if we put enough walls, we might not need holes. Although, no, I do like an idea of having a clamp outside. I do enjoy this idea. And you know what? This can be a location for this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This could be towards, this could be a hole. There could be a hole, and what we can do is we can put a clamp here. Wait, it's gonna make belting resources to the. Oh, we don't want to be belting resources to the clamp. No problem. You don't need to save space up for storage. True, true, true. But I think, like, we don't want to be. Oh, wait, I see what you mean. Oh no, we have clamps here, by the way. You want to minimize completely the integrity, not just be below 1000, but minimize it completely, right? Because I was focusing on just being below 1000. But if indeed we try to minimize it completely, then we're going to be having even faster ship. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We don't need space. We definitely don't need space. Let's have like one container just in case for dropping our stuff. So let's try to make this as compact as possible. So engine room is unnecessary this way. Now I still like the entrance to the engine room. Let's have this like that. That's a waste of space, isn't it? That is a waste of space. Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. How about having these positioned like this towards the middle? They kind of block the doors. They kind of block the doors. Still need pounds and such. Yeah, but we have space. Here in the middle we have tons of space because because we have space. We have tons of space. Oh, let's adjust side walls. You know what? Let's adjust side walls. I feel like these walls are a little bit in the way. So let's maybe have an even. Oh my god, that's so ugly. No, that's too big of a waste. I was thinking about, like, if we are able to move this one to the right, maybe we can. What we can do is we can have the water being outputted, maybe not like this, but through these in the middle, like this. And here is gonna be the water output, because all of these output water through these sides, right? So what we can do is we can now run. Ho ho ho! Look at that! a nice usage for a space pipe here. A nice usage for a space pipe. And here we still want to be to not connecting it directly, because we want to be having a flow from outside as well. So what we want is to do it like this, and we can have water coming from a tank, because yeah, we still need a tank. Oh, and this is really nice. This is nice. Oh, this is very nice. This is very. We need a pump for the control, but oh, look at this! Look at this. This is pretty. Kinda. It is kinda pretty. Now, can we connect everything else? So the steam must be coming in from here, and for that we might be wanting to actually invert these. And yeah, we want to be having it a one tile above, like this, so we can actually have this steam from here going directly into here. Come on, like this. Why bigger waste looks fine? Really? It looks fine for you? It looks better. I have this image that it shouldn't be that big, but right now it looks weird, right? What do you think of this style? Now it feels like these should be even further away, no? Or we need to add. I'm not exactly sure how the rail ship looks. So you're the professional here. Let me know if this style looks good to you. That's one girthy neck. Exactly. It's like I'm gonna be honest, I don't know that word, but I kinda feel that I know what you mean. Like super wide and strong and solid, right? That's what this word means, right? Right. Okay. I think that's good. I think here we have a nice little setup with water flowing out of these, going inside. All we need to do is to connect the output of steam from here. And since we can, oh, look at these, a steam battery. Oh my god, the way it's positioned, we can have a steam battery here. That is so nice. I mean, no, that doesn't make sense. Steam battery would need to be connected from here. Okay, no steam batteries then. But if we were able to have a steam battery, we would be able to handle spikes at up to 1 gigawatt. But let's be honest, we won't be having spikes at 1 gigawatt. So no need for this kind of things. This is gonna be 1 into 3. So taking it from here and also going all the way towards the bottom, and you are gonna be pointing to this one. So it's going through and it's connecting into both of these. Sure, no, it's not that. No, looks good. The original ship isn't that small on the waist. You may need to refresh your memory. Yeah, I think that's good. And the best part is that we are going to be able to, like, this is super compact. So we have saved on space here, and we what we want is to be able to completely compress this as much as possible into a hole. So this way we're going to be reducing the integrity to the maximum. That's really nice. We can have the sides with turrets or anything. By the way, we still need shields. But maybe on the sides, lasers are more than enough. Wait. The shields here, these ones. We haven't placed them yet. Is it okay to not have a shield on the wing? I mean, we could put one here. I think we should put one shield. I think we should put it here just to make sure that this is all kind of protected. Or laser turret. I'm not sure. We need to have an experience, but I still think we want to be protecting as much as possible. Now this will make the wings go bad. Let's try without it. Let's see how it goes. Worst case scenario, crashes for content. Right. Let's just have lasers here on the sides. Since we should be within 1000 integrity, Hopefully. Oh, but we're gonna be having a very high speed. A very high speed. So, I think it's fine. If we have shields here destroying the asteroids which are coming in from the top, like this, then only a small amount should be able to be within this zone, and hopefully these turrets are gonna be more than enough to take care of them. Hopefully. Oh, here we can do a small adjustment in order to improve the position of the turrets. We can do it like that. This. So one turret can be here, and one turret can be now here, and everything else can be walls. How about this? Let's put the walls at the end. It's not vital right now. He says while putting the walls. How is it different? Oh yeah, we still need the bam. Okay, looking nice. Let's finish with the shields and have the final setup. This is really nice. Question: do we want a laser here? I have no idea whether asteroids are better off be shot or hitting the shields. I think shields actually take more energy to regen than just shooting them using the turrets. So let's have the turret here at the top. How many turrets do we want at the top? I think this is really nice. We can have even 3 more layers. We can have so many layers here. Wait, positioning. Yeah, what we want is, of course, another pylon at the top. And, oh, I have changed the button. And I think something like this should be good. Now, because it's not a super high integrity ship, we should not be having to worry about big meteors. So this feels like a good enough protection. I'm just a little bit worried about the sides, but hopefully they can all be shot down. Hopefully. And again, because we have the space, let's make sure we have turrets here. They are kind of covering, so maybe if one like approaching with almost no life, it can be taken down by these turrets, like the clutch scenario. Now we have the water here. We still need doors. Let's have small doors here at the top. The entrance. The console should be somewhere in the middle, and all the space in the middle is gonna be a giant hole. Something like that, right? Man, I do like the way it looks. Here we need a pump for the water, and we can also use the space for with the accumulators. And by the way, we have Naquium accumulators. We have some of them somewhere in the mall. Really? Wait, I thought we built them. I thought we built the accumulators here. No? Did I dream? Wait. We can do this. We can make them, and we can also make solar panels, because Faustus was recommending solar panels. I don't think we're going to be using solar panels on this ship. We want it to be as small as possible. But let's go ahead and produce some accumulators for this one. Man, I could have sworn we had this set up. Where are they? Oh! I was only looking at the small machines, and of course, it's the big machine. It is the big machine. Now, it requires the red ones, which we don't have. We have 50. So we have 17 in the ship. Going to want to pack a spare ship in your backpack for this trip. I mean, we do have some of them in the backyard. This is the garage. The garage next to the factory. In case of issues, right? So why is it, by the way, why do we want it to be that big? Is because we want to be going fast to some very far locations, such as this Nakwim field. Now, how should we do it? I still think we should leave some space for turrets on the sides. Something like this, right? What do you guys think about this? I'm trying to make sure we can fit the turrets. Maybe no need for that many. Maybe we don't need that many. But we still need to make an internal wall, alright? So why not just have this space be used by the turrets? Like that. And here everything can be deleted. And we can even put a clamp. Looking like Venator class, Raven? I don't think Venator class have holes. But that's fine. Some other Star Wars ships have. And if we can shoot asteroids, I'm gonna be less worried about these wings. Okay, something like that. This is I must say, this is kinda... I like the way it looks. Speed holes are traditional. Are they now? Man, I actually, now that I'm thinking about this, if you do that, you can technically go with any size. You can go with any size, and whenever you have like a possibility to compress builds and have holes in the middle, just go with it. I do like this. I do like it a lot. Now, what's the integrity? 850. We are super good. We are very good. We are golden. We are golden. Now, what I'd like to put here is still... I think we want a chest. We want a chest just in case. It shouldn't be going towards the top. We still want a chest. Can we fit a chest here? Can we fit a big chest here? Oh, we almost can. You know what? Let's remove these. I think it looks better without the small small lines here, small hole lines. So now we can do it like that. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, we need to have these as well for that. Like this. Kinda in front of the door, but this is for convenience. For example, we might be wanting to drop off some items if necessary, or like having some backup items like for personal use. This is our personal ship, and to honor Faustus' redeem, it shall be called the Mad Lab. Should we call it V2? You know what? I think we can dismantle the other one. And let's rename it to be... Because I felt bad because you have redeemed like the form and the name, and I ended up not using them, so it didn't feel right. This can be called Old Mud Lab. The Old Mud Lab. Maybe it can become handy in a pickle. You need the warehousing mod. It's much more compact than AAI. Ah, is it like what mod exactly? Because AI is the kind of official, not official mod, but by the same creator, Arendelle. So I went with that one. But I mean, we have it everywhere, so that's fine. Not a problem. We want we want the water to be incoming, and we are good. We are good. Ah, yes, we want the automation as well. So let me go ahead and set up the automation. Let's put the accumulators, because we're going to be reading the accumulators. Oh, look at it. Look at it, how nice they look here in the corner. Here in the corner. I feel like we want 4. Or 5. Yeah, so the idea is that we only want to be inserting the fuel when the fuel levels drop, and we kinda assume that after injecting the fuel, the levels are gonna come up again. So I'm gonna cheat and check how it was done, because I don't exactly remember the conditions. So what I do remember is that the inserter inserting the fuel has a double, yeah, it's it has a double roll. It has a double roll. It is at the same time. Okay, let me check here. So we are reading. First step is that we are reading the levels of fuel, which I think are not here. This is the red wire coming from here. Here. If the fuel levels drops, we're going to be reading the energy levels from the accumulators. We're not going to be reading the steam because we don't have the steam battery here, which is okay. So when the levels drop, what we do is we push we push this into a this is a pulse. We don't need a pulse here. Why did I make a pulse? I don't think we need a pulse. We need a reset. Let me remember how it worked. When the fuel levels drop, there is a pulse being sent with the edge generator with the antimatter canister signal. And after this pulse, the signal is coming in here and is being outputted. Oh, but these are kind of these are the memory, right? Because they are connected with themselves, or not. The pulse is done, and this signal 1 is set on these inserters. Now, this I wonder if it's a pulse. Hold on. I'm gonna copy these. I'm not sure how they're connected with each other. Okay, so it is connected with itself. I was wondering if this connection was going directly to the exit, or... Okay, it is a memory indeed, and this is how we remember it. Okay, we can do it like that. We can do it like that then, because we want a continuous signal. So there is a pulse initially given so that the signal doesn't like increase non-stop every single tick. And then we kind of save it onto this one. And we are outputting the count 1. We are outputting count 1, and the inserter, after doing its job, it also outputs the canister because it has inserted it. It's getting multiplied by -1, so it cancels the signal coming from here, and therefore the inserter stops moving after doing one single swing. And this is how it works basically. So let me just copy paste the setup. Yeah, I mean, we can still go with these two. These are for the inserter itself. And we need to be reading the levels of the accumulator here. Now let me also use the correct wires. We are reading the levels using a red wire, and the greens are for the latch, and here we have the greens going at the input of this. Okay, cool. The latch can be done... Can be here, for example. It doesn't really matter where it is. I think this space is best to be used for the latch. It's very visual if it's like that. Like that. So we are gonna be this one reads the levels. So we don't want to connect all the accumulators because one is enough. They share the charge. So we are going to be outputting the charge level, and we are going to be checking when the charge level drops too low, below, let's say 50%. then we are going to be outputting one single instance of the canister. Now this instance is going to go through the usual, why did I build that? Through the usual latch. And here no, not directly, not directly, because we need, hold on. We're not yet at the canister itself. We're outputting x equals to 1, and here we're within the latch. We're outputting x. This one does x XOR 1 to negate it. Output y, and this one does... Did we connect? We did not. And this one does x and y. This is a trigger edge generator, which I'm using literally everywhere to make pulses. And output, now this one outputs the canister. It pulses a single tick of canisters. That's what it does. When the level drop, it pulses one single tick of the canister. Now this tick of the canister should go here. It should go inside this decider combinator, which is a memory, which says while we have more than 0, we are outputting 1. So we have received a tick, and we are storing it in this memory, and we are sending it continuously onto the inserter. Now the inserter, it gets enabled. It takes one canister and it passes it to. It tries to insert it, which is being done over a series of ticks, so it's not like instant. And once it is done inserting one of them, it says multiplied by -1, and this one will be disabled. So it's going to be done only once. Like this. Like this. Now, we need to reach an initial setup where this reactor has 5,000 heat. Let's get this going. Let's have 100 of these at all times. Let's actually connect everything. And the clamp. How about having the clamp in the middle? I'm a big fan of this. Like I have someone has I'm not sure who said it, if it was on the stream or maybe I have seen it somewhere, but I'm a big fan of trying a clamp in the middle. Now, of course, it had to be the wrong one. It's called warehousing, as far as I know. Okay, I can check it out. But I think since we have this one already everywhere, might be easier to have it. Now, how should we call it? Personal ship. What number should we use? It should be a power of 2. I don't want to go too high, but going too low is also a bit dangerous. You know what? Let's keep it at 2. 2 is gonna be the default. 2 is gonna be 2 with the power of 1, our personal ship. I see we decided to standardize on clamp location. Standardize, it's kind of, we're getting there. The standards are getting there, but I wouldn't say that it's kind of final. The idea is that we take the powers of 2 as base level, and then, for example, for one station we can have 64, which is 2 at the power of what, 6? Not sure. Yeah, and basically, if we have any variation of ships which do similar thing but need another clamp with almost the same feature, for example, we have iron ore and copper ore fragments on Morse, we do +1 every time. So on Morse it was 64, so it went 65, 66, 67 for different resources, right? And the next job is going to be like 128, and we're going to be having 129, 130. Maybe it doesn't make sense to multiply because we have twice as many available clamps every time. Maybe just adding, I don't know, 100 could be good enough. 100, 200, 300. But I do like powers of 2. The standards are weird. Welcome to the Mad Lab. Oh, let's also put one here. Let's put one turret here, just because we can. Now, what's the integrity? The final integrity. And I think we have 0 empty tiles here. Yeah, we do have 0 empty tiles. It's 900. We're at 900. We haven't really saved that much, but it's fine. I do like the way it looks. Like, this ship is looking really nice. I love it. Now, we need to still check how fast it is. How fast it is. Let's find a location for it to land. And you know what? It should be done. It should be at the... It should be here at the landing refueling station, I feel like. But before we can go anywhere, we still need to have some antimatter flowing. So let's take it from here. And get it inserted. And we also need some canisters. Now we're not in the range of the... Where are the canisters? Oh, they're above. All the way up here. Hey, Robot Wars! What's up? We have... Oh my god. We have finished working on the personal ship, which this one should be the one which we're gonna be using to travel manually everywhere. And I am excited about it. You know what? Let's have some of them in the engine to preheat it, and we also need water. How can we get water? Do we have water here? We don't have water. Let's steal some water from another ship. Let's do it like that. Oh, we actually have the... Please share. Sharing is caring. It is the MATLAB we are talking about. Out of curiosity, what is your game update breakdown? Show time usage and show entity time usage. I mean, I can show you if you want. And I'm not sure we are... I mean, yeah, we are doing a technology, so we must be doing something in the base. So show, but we still we lack on some resources such as copper. So we might not be having the best like always working base, right? Show time usage and show entity time usage. Is there anything you'd like to read? I mean, you can... I'm gonna show the other one. And if you want in details, you can pause at this time of the VOD, or on stream you can pause and you can read whatever you need. So I can show you GPU time, whatever. By the way, I have 2080 Ti. So my GPU is pretty good, but Factorio needs not GPU at all. Okay, screen capped. Okay, cool. Let me know if you find anything interesting. I am not exactly familiar with how to find information in this debug menu. I have never done mega basing. This is why. But maybe this is going to be an opportunity to do so. So we are reaching 5,000, and we should be having water. Oh, yeah, water inputs, water inputs. We want to be inputting... How much water do we want in these? I guess up to the top, but not that much. Not that much. Wait, let's not make a green one. Let's make a red one, because we're reading a resource. The convention wants us to have a red wire with the resource values. So if the water is below... I'm not sure about the value, but since we don't have any tank for steam, should we be careful? Should we be scared? Basically, that how much steam should be going through the system at all times? How much water? Water / steam. If it's like 5,000, if 5,000 is okay, then we can make 20,000 and be good. I think 20,000 sounds good. 20,000 sounds good. Many thanks, you're welcome, you're welcome. Oh my, I can see circuitry taking lots of time usage. I mean, it's not like circuitry is executing non-stop. It's, in many cases, I have pulses, right? So they trigger once a condition is reached. But I'm not sure how it works. Does it update every time anyways? But I don't know, I don't know. Okay, we are done with everything here. All we need is water. So we want to share the water from the other ship. And here we go, we have the power. Have the power. Hold on. Water is not flowing. Oh, it's the... It's not the good water. The good water should be the one from here. Kind of temporary. Yeah, sure. Let's fill it with water so we can have enough of it. Okay, and put it back. Okay. We need to find a station here on Novice orbit. I mean, you can still use it to warp around. Oh, yeah, of course. The storage of canisters. This. Canisters. Done. Okay, done. We have our spaceship. We have our spaceship. So this one should only insert once the charge levels drop below the amount. And let's go and find it as a position. Let's also try to test the speed. Let's go somewhere and test the speed. Let's do some like, I don't know, a 30 seconds flight. We might not be wanting to be exiting the orbits, but I'm curious to see. Never mind. I'm gonna change the distance to come back. I just want to see the maximum speed. Look at it go! Look at, we are already. Oh wow! We are already. Are we gonna be reaching 300? 300? For an Estra. For an Estra, what was it? Oh, was it an anomaly? Oh, this, right? Where was it on the map? Where was it on the map? Can we see it here on the map? It's not like on the side. For an Estra. Is it? Yeah. Is it within a system? Oh, there is a ship. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's visit Fuenestra. That's a good idea. How long? 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's nothing. That's nothing. Let's go there. There's like a salvage ship. Let's visit it. Oh, I have almost deleted the console. Some adventure. Let's go on an adventure. So, I know that today's stream title was Naquium Processing, and we kinda... we worked on a ship, which is really cool. I'm enjoying having the personal spaceship for traveling. We don't need to use... oh my god, I have opened the doors to space. That's not good. We don't need to use like any kind of transport ship any longer. And let's check the speed. We are 300 speed. Super cool. Super cool. 300 speed. And as you can see, the meteors don't reach these wings, which is exactly what I wanted. If you have a water pump like that, you may overload the water outputs of the system. I mean, it is conditioned. It is conditioned to only work when we have less than 20k. So I leave. That's exactly why I leave a kind of 5k or space for the overflow. The bottom water pump on the top. Oh, this one. It just makes sure that we are. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right, Faustus. You are absolutely right. This pump should not be should not be here because the water this water to be consumed, not this one. The priority here is bad. This is absolutely correct. Yeah, we want to share the flow basically. More optimal like this. We want to share the flow. Can we do a 7? No, we can't do a 7. That's fine. 313. We have arrived! We have arrived! Did you bring a we did bring a repair suit. Repair suit, you mean the repair packs? We can make them. If that's what we meant. Should I save? Should I save? But it's fine. We are gonna assume all the consequences of the actions. Of our actions. So, but what could happen? Like, there is a ship here. There is a ship. It's all destroyed, and there are no biters in space, right? So let's confirm anchor, and let's see. Biosignature authenticated. Airlock access code is 223-606-7964. I have remembered that. Absolutely. Transmitting emergency to your backup log. Exploration journal has been updated. Cool. Archaeology. The satellites have matched 60 shapes on the following planet. Okay, so we have all the planets where we have the shapes. We kind of need to compile them. Click on an entry to view via satellite. Okay, I wanted to look at the images at some point and kind of compile them, but Heinlein. Let's not be on Heinlein. This is not what I wanted. So where was the log? Where was exploration journal, right? Oh god. Oh, the wall of text. The wall of text. The relic ship in the anomaly scanned me and authenticated my biosignature. I don't know if that means if it has a record of me specifically somehow, or maybe just that any random cybernetic human is good enough when compared to the guys, we are the chosen one. We are the chosen one. I'm telling you that. Foreshadowing. We are the chosen one. The message said the ship airlock access code is okay. The ship's logs are accessible, but large sections are missing or corrupted. Let's try to see what's going on here. Intergalactic prototype. I guess that means that ship. Air authentication at L90 or above is required. Level 90, I guess it's almost as 100. Assuming 100 is the max. Authenticate or immediately be destroyed. But that's just log, right? Log of what? Gentleman scientist _6. Number 6, what? There were 5 before us. Credentials. There's the ID. Wait. This number, it said it was the password. This is access code. It's the password. Why it's an ID? Who has ID and the password matching numbers? That's a security issue here. And by the way, if it's a password, it should be hashed in the database. Not like this. Access log beginning. Whoop Galaxy. RS Gate 17 projector 8 frequency locked. Energy at 216 safe levels. Singularity stability 99.4. Are we seeing it? I'm not sure. What should we get from that? Oh, Whoop Galaxy. It was not a joke. It wasn't a joke. It's Whoop Galaxy. Phoenestra anomaly unexplored. Intergalactic hypertube. That's cool. That's cute. Navigation warning. No known hypergate at destination overridden. No insurance contract. Available contracts 0. There are no insurance contracts available with the condition gateless materialization. Are you sure this is safe? Okay, so basically whatever we do, there is no insurance, right? Gateless materialization. Exiting hypertube. I'm not sure if this is log of us arriving here, or if it's the log of that ship when it crashed. I guess no, I guess it's us because there is like our credentials. Or is it just the access log? We're accessing their travel log. So I'm not sure which one is it. I'm gonna go with us reading their traveling log when they crashed, right? So they exited at location for an unexpected collision under intersection with an unknown object, so they have crashed into something. And I guess that something is this. That ship exited here and it crashed into this ring, right? Or it exited through this. Oh, it's like Stargate Atlantis, where they have ships which travel through the stargates. No, like a whole spare ship in the pocket. Roleplay time. Imagine you had to build a supercomputer network to decrypt the hash. Oh. Yeah, because like the hashes, we think the hashes of passwords are strong, but give 10 years. Give us 10 years to have more computing power, better processors, better computation, and any kind of algorithms we use today to do hashes are going to be completely obsolete. So you can hash as much as you want in a bunch of years. It's all going to be revealed. This is why we always update the algorithms over time. Build a quantum computer to do the prime factorization algorithm thing. Shor's algorithm. I don't even know that one. So let me let's see what's. I'm a bit. Should I go through it like in details, like reading every single line? I'm trying to read it in diagonal, but that might be not exactly ideal because it sounds like. So sections reporting damage. I'm guessing these are the sections, or is it the spaceship ones? Life science 99%. Attempting evasive maneuver. Exiting hypertube completed with airs. So did the ship exited this ring, or have they arrived to this location and kinda rammed into this ring and destroyed it and got destroyed at the same time? Like they say collision with the object. So is it this one, or this is the hypertube which they exited? So I'm wondering. There are different interpretations. Energy signature, radiation profile, lux profile, approximate ring with nodules, octet, structure capability estimation, hypergate. Ah, okay. So they don't know what it is. Okay, so they haven't exited this ring because they don't know what it is. They are trying to estimate what it is. Or is it our ship which is trying to estimate what it is? Is it Informatron trying to estimate what it is? Scan detail log. Is it their log? Is it our log? Hypergate. Other weapon. 42%. Energy 35%. Yeah, it's obviously a gate. I mean, obviously. For those who have watched Stargate. 62% damage. Integrity failure. Sections are detaching. Source secondary pressure waves due to collision. Okay, they have collided with this object. Okay, that's almost 90% sure. They have collided with the ring. Okay, let's go out and see if we can do anything about it. Let's check the ship first. In a bunch of years, you think agencies like NSA don't already have that tech? They might have tech to actually be faster than normal to like process stuff faster, but I still think that like some algorithms out there are out of reach for like brute forcing some of the algorithms is might be out of reach. Let's see what we can salvage here. So what's this tank? Did we pick scrap? One scrap. Okay, I think everything here is scrap, right? Yeah, we pick scrap. We have there are these gates, these belts. I mean, it's cool, we can pick them up, but I don't think it's interesting to have them because they're not very usable. Gun turrets, we can pick the turrets. Are these the normal turrets? Oh! Range 18, range 15. They are higher. No, wait. They are normal turrets. Range 18, shooting speed. Yeah, they are normal turrets. They're just offline. There's shield projectors. Let's get the solar panels. These are of value. There are some chests. Thruster suit. Does it have anything? How can we check? No, it doesn't have anything. Let's put it back. There is explosive cannon shell, a bunch of stuff. There's all of these are turrets. Let's grab the accumulators. Getting some good loot here. And this is a damaged spaceship console. We can set a signal here. We can set a signal, but it's a damaged one, right? It's a damaged one, so I'm not sure if it's worth... what if we power it? Wait a second, what if we power it? Hold on. Hold on. You missed an important detail last few lines. Yeah, I apologize, I haven't read it fully, because I... Should I read it fully? 60.2% damage, integrity failure, sections are detaching, source secondary pressure waves due to collision with object, reactor critical, sections reporting damage. Okay, so probably these sections might not be the sections... Oh, Kaelius to Novice. Wait. Hold on. No, these sections are the sections of the ship. Emergency undock of prospecting shuttle 2. Trajectory prediction, Kaelius to Novice. Kaelius to Novice? Prospecting... there was a shuttle which traveled from Kaelius to Novice? Is there something on Novice? Oh, the shuttle which was on Novice orbit, right? The one we initially found is this one, right? Is this one? That's the only one we have found. Maybe there is something on Novice, but we have found a shuttle on Novice orbit, a prospecting shuttle 2. I don't know. Faustus face palming. Is that you? I'm not too sure. I'm quite bad with interpreting like this kind of games, like mystery games, because I'm thinking of possibilities and I'm indecisive as to which one is the correct one. And then possibilities kind of go in a tree, like every direction. So it's hard to interpret the information. But I guess that's sections are DME. By the way, what's the solar situation here? 21%, right? Let's try to power the ship. I'm gonna try to power the console. Ooh, the lights. You are damaged, right? You are fully charged, but you are damaged. Read charge level. I mean, I have picked all the solar panels, but is it a bad thing? I do like the lights here. Wait, but why? The solar panels weren't enough? I get. What's draining the energy here? Oh, the shields. Okay, let's remove the shields. They are unnecessary. And now these should go up, right? 62.4. Oh, they almost go up. No, they're still draining. Laser turrets. I guess, yeah, that's... Do you want to keep it online? There's the roboport with no robots. I don't think we care about keeping it online. I need to read the spaceship log to figure out what to do. But let's go say hi to the gate. I'm assuming it's a gate, of course. Let's go say hi to the gate. Can we pick this? I'm afraid. Can we pick this? Expect resource. Artifact fragments. I guess it's destroyed anyways, right? Where are the fragments? Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Wait, we need some landfill. Guys, we're doing science. We're doing science, guys. Guys. If I die, please say the word. I don't have landfill. Hold on. Can we take that one? Oh, once we place it, we don't need to put it anymore. once we place the landfill, we don't need to use it here. You don't need landfill, but it didn't want to be put. It actually helps to see the shape. Okay, let's see here. Man, this is cool. This is exploration in space exploration. Playing puzzles. No. Imagine... How can it work? I mean, we broke the thing. We broke the integrity. Don't tell me like placing all these in correct positions is gonna fix everything. We broke it. We literally broke it. It should be at the very bottom. Oh, I don't think we're gonna be having enough fragments. I don't think there is enough of them. We might need to find them elsewhere. We might be... okay, cool. No need for a landfill. We might be needing to find a fragment or two elsewhere. Oh, maybe no. Nanites. Oh! New technology unlocked. It is now in the tech tree. Long-range star mapping and dimensional anchor. Okay, so we need to bring these items, and I guess we need to power these thing. What's the power usage? No power usage right now. We unlock hidden technologies. Now that is cool. Now that is something I like. Okay, bring the Naquin processor. Do we have it unlocked? No, we don't. We need Deep Space Science Pack 3 for Naquin processor. But everything else we do have. Okay, it's a to-do list. It's a to-do. It's a big to-do. This is the story. Where are we gonna get warped? So what did we unlock again? Long range star mapping and dimensional anchor. We need Deep Space Science 2. Some distant galaxies can be identified. Okay, cool. Oh, wait. Does that mean that we are in this galaxy and we can go to another one which has planets as well, like this? I mean, if we mine every single planet with core mining here, we can go to another galaxy and core mine there. Even more resources. The factory must grow. Don't question video game logic. Oh, apologies. I shouldn't. So, but I have nothing against it. It's just funny to think about. Gecko Industries. Oh, Gecko Industries. Martin Eichner. What are these? Oh, the stations. No fear. So, these might be random, right? This one is not random. Doesn't feel like it's random. Is it? Do we have Gecko Industries somewhere in the log? Star mapping. Oh, is achieved repeatedly by researching technology long-range star mapping. This research looks for interesting patterns of stars in other galaxies. Okay, so I guess we won't be traveling to other planets in other galaxies, but we might be looking at some patterns. Do we have another anomalies? Is it the only anomaly we have? Is it the only anomaly we have? Yes, it's the only one. Maybe we need to do more research. Maybe we need to do more research onto the anomalies. By the way, let me have a look at our research. How does it go? How is it going? How is our research going? It's of course it's stopped. Oh no, this is the energy. Oh no, it's going. Like we have the catalogs being produced, which is very cool, very cool. So the catalogs are here. How about the science? It's going. This has been going for more than an hour, 2 hours maybe. So the research is online, and we're slowly getting to rocket reusability 20. Did you watch Stargate series? 3 or 4 times, Mass 420. It's one of my favorite series ever. One of my favorites. Okay, so yeah, today was role playing. It's very cool. It's very cool. So we still want to. Okay, we have a new. What's the word? I'm having a blank. Well, first of all, let's go to novice orbit. Let's go to Morse. We want to be doing the Naquitite processing. We have motivation. We have a new motivation to go to reach DSS 2 and 3 now. Oh, and by the way, let's set the speed. I assume notice the font of the science inside the pyramids. Yeah, it does look like coming from Stargate. Like I have very strong Stargate vibes from this whole thing. Like the pyramids themselves, right? It's like the gold stuff. Where is one? So there are what's it called in English? Is it chevrons? In French, it was translated as chevrons. The marks, the symbols on the Stargate. I'm not sure about the word in English. Chevron. Is it a thing? The gates weren't created by the Goa'uld. They are simply parasites leeching from other. Yep, I know very well. Chevrons. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware of the ancients technology. It definitely has a strong Stargate vibes. I wanted to look at the pyramid once again. Yeah, we need to go inside. Streamer is aware. Yeah, like if it's like Stargate, you know, you need to have a combination. You need to find out a combination, or even several, or even an infinity. I mean, infinity, a big like how they use in Stargate, right? They have found a tablet on Abydos, and they could they found a lot of destinations from this tablet, a lot of combinations, and they started exploring, going through the combinations. And then they discovered they could go to they could input 8 chevrons and not 7 to go very far, and then 9, I think. No, I'm not sure. What's max speed of the ship? It is 312. We are flying. We are thrusting through space. So, guys, we have a strong new motivation. I really want to focus on deep space science now. That means Naquitite and followed by deep space science. That's what we're gonna be doing. We are gonna be trying to beeline Naquitite and DSS 2 and maybe 3. By the way, let me check. So what does DSS 2 require? Oh, this is the third one. The second one requires. I mean, I think it's easy to just check the datas. These, right? So, antimatter stream, cool. Naquium plates. Nanomaterial. Naquium cube. A lot of naquium, basically, right? And entanglement data from energy. Oh, and astro stuff. Wait, maybe these are easy. Maybe these are easy. Let me check again. Gravitational lensing, negative pressure, micro black hole, 0 point energy. 0 point energy, negative pressure, astrometric. Oh god. Oh god. Hey, Elfin Eldred. Thank you for following. Elfin Eldred reminds me of Elfin Lied. A nice, cute manga for children. How many blind hours has it taken you to get this far? Thinking of trying this myself. Blind hours, it's right here at top left. Playtime on this save. I mean, we did mess around doing stuff. We have like I went for a mega base approach. So I went like proper design, full expansions, nice looking base in space. So I think if you beeline it, you're gonna take way less than that. He's only on DSS 1 right now, so not much DSS tech yet. Yeah. We need we have one. We have the first one. There are other interesting things. Don't know if you did many of the deep space zone researches. Let's do these. Let's do these. You know what? I'd like to do these. Let's do some role play. Let's do some RP. Deep space research. We didn't. We did 42. We did 42. I'm not sure if there is a cap. There must be a cap. Like the planets, I guess they're not infinite. But let's see. Let's see what we can find. We did these mostly to find asteroid fields and to find one which is close enough to us. And anchor. Look at the middle, man. That's really cool. Okay. Let's anchor here and let's try to work on the naquium processing plant. I think why not like work on it right below the right below this. Oh no, this is gonna be this is tileable to the bottom. This is the refinery tileable to the bottom. So we want to be going somewhere. And by the way, all of this is blinking. What is this? The pylons. Oh yeah, we need to spam them. Oh yeah, before landing, let me go to Novice orbit and grab some items. So fast, 10 seconds. Let's get manga for it was yeah, it was if there are any children in chat, go watch it. It's nice. Character building. Yeah, exactly. Character building. That's exactly it. It doesn't matter if you're a child or not. The more experiences you have in your life, the wiser you will become. And you can have them fast, is fine. Children can handle lots of information. Okay, where should we land? Where should we land? We should land anywhere. Let's land here. Now for JMS to build a small drop pod that fits its center of his transport ship. Yeah, exactly. Like I'd like to do that. I'd like to do that. I'm gonna land here, but let's. Oh my god, stuck in the shield. Shuttlecraft war on the map. Hmm? It's a trap. For going for yeah, I'd like to build a small location for this shield to anchor on orbits and on different planets, like a personal landing location. I'm happy that we're using the Mad Lab finally, the real Mad Lab, not the fake one. What I wanted to take here is a bunch of a bunch of stuff to expand the network on Morse. We are gonna be wanting to do that, and for this we will need. We'll need. Let me take like 200 of these substations. These are the pylons. Maybe it's easier to request them. Yeah, let's request them. So what we want is the substations, the construction pylons. Let's have 200 of these as well, and also the superchargers. Let's have 200 of these as well. Okay. We do not have much. I invoke my right to shoot a chest. Once per stream. Once per stream. Solar panels. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Ah. Oh, what a rice. Cool. Shuttlecraft on the roadmap. Yep. These, let's go back to 50, so we don't want to overload them next time we come back. And then let's go to Morse and deposit them, and this way we're going to be having automated network going. And hopefully covering the whole planet very soon. Go to Morse. We don't shoot chests, we launch them into Morse. Ah, true. We have a trash site now. It's Morse orbit. If there's something we want to get rid of, launch it to Morse orbit. We shall litter everything. Morse anchor on Morse. So let's design a location for the ship, which is gonna be it's one location on this planet, not too close to the mall, and maybe somewhere here. Oh yeah, this is good. It's a bit bigger than one, but I think we don't want to be building stuff here anyways. So we can go ahead and do it here. I think it's nice. Yeah. And also, what we need to do is to have a constant combinator with a number here, and it should always be landing on the same anchor clamp, which is gonna be 2. 2 is gonna be reserved for the Mad Lab. Let's go ahead and place it here, and this one is 2. On this planet, on Morse, this is gonna be the clamp. Okay, cool. Let's go. And let's put all of these items inside like a storage chest. Here's the one. So, put these, put these, put these. And now you can see the robots can finally go and place them on the outskirts of our tiling. Let's go to Morse. Let's pick the blueprint for this, and let's expand. Everywhere. What we want to reach this location, or this is where we produce a landfill, I think. No, we produce landfill here. We produce landfill a little bit above. Oh, I think we have it here. Yeah. Okay, something like this. Go, robots, build. We have discovered some stuff, and I haven't even checked whether it was... Oh, we need to check the technologies. Hold on. Dimensional anchor. What is this? What is dimensional anchor? It needs DSS-3. They all need DSS-3. Uses star's gravity well as a stabilizing point for a spatial anomaly. Uses star gravity well? Okay, it looks like not a technology that we can use for the base, but it's something for the RP part. Star's gravity well, basically that means that we need to be within. Star's gravity well is applicable inside a solar system, any solar system. So we need to be inside the solar system, right? And we are going to be stabilizing a special anomaly there. At Kaijus, for example? Huh. Interesting. I'm really excited to see what this mod is has in store for us. What this mod has in store. So we want to be. I'm gonna be focused more than ever on having the Nakuitite going. Not that I didn't want for Revan to skip it while he's on his festival. Not just kidding. Let's streamline it. We want Nakuitite anyways. So where should we start building? There's a lot of stuff on this planet. And you know what? I think we might be wanting to landfill a section because I don't think there is space. I don't want to be building here because this is for the expansion of the refinery. It goes like this. I'm not sure until where we're going to be expanding it, but still, this is for the spaceships, and everywhere else it's kind of it doesn't. By the way, it doesn't matter where we put these because these are all there is no robots in this setup. There's no robots. All of this is handled by warping platforms or spaceships, so it's really convenient. And by the way, speaking of spaceships, let's have a look at Medusa. Yeah, it cannot lift off. It cannot lift off. I thought I sent it to Novice Orbit. So guys, we have 2 ships now which are stuck without antimatter. Maybe we should save these first. Okay, you know, while robots are working on placing down the grid. And by the way, are we now connected with the... Oh, we are connected. Okay, now we are connected with this. And this is really nice because now they can be using... Okay, not yet. But we need to transform that into a storage chest. And they are going to be able... The robots are going to be able to use this to landfill the planet. The telescopes did not find anything new in deep space. Damn, the telescopes suck. Okay, that means we have to... We can stop this, right? 48. Let's finish the last one, and I think we can stop. And by the way, why there is nothing here? Oh yeah, they have mined everything. That's fine. Okay, didn't find anything new. Cool. Let me place down these real quick, so we can have a landfill going. Yeah. You're gonna go through here. You are gonna go through there. And you are gonna go through here. This is fine, and what we need is a bunch of... We don't have models, we have only these. I think that's fine. Do we need productivity models on these? Maybe no. These and these. Okay. Maybe we don't need productivity models. Should have taken them, but... By the way, can we actually have the module inserter here? We don't have it configured. Miners should be using productivity level 3s. I'm not sure if we have it on this planet. Maybe yes. We shall see if robots bring the models. And let's see if we have scanned any anomalies. I haven't noticed them, but since I'm blind, that doesn't mean anything. No, we only have Fuenestra. We only have one anomaly, which is Fuenestra right now. Is there any other technologies? Anomalies, for anomalies. Arcosphere folding. We need these. God, Greek letters soon. And let's go back to rocket reusability, since we have scanned every single deep space objects. Okay. So before we start working on the Deep Space Science, let's go ahead and save the ships. Save the ships at there are two ships which are in dire need of saving, and these are all at that solar system. So let's go there and save them. This ship should be fast, and by fast I mean time-wise might take us like 5 seconds. I just want to make sure we are full on antimatter before doing that. We're full on antimatter. And let's also have it automatic, an automatic station for the ship. And I feel like it's good if we are at this station, which is made for the refueling purposes, the refueling station. Now let's have one here, and let's have the clamp number 3. And we don't have any scaffolding here in the inventory, which is fine. Yeah. This. We need to input the fuel into the ship. We need to input the fuel, and we haven't done that. So let's go ahead, and we also haven't finished the train. Man, there's so many little small things to finish. Bottle opener. You're onto something. And we also need some of these trains. I feel like all of them do not have to be. Let's repurpose a bunch of them to actually be. Oh, no. Sorry, bad stacker. I wanted to check this one. So here, all the trains have them. These are the trains delivering antimatter to everywhere, and let's there is one. Where is this one? I'm not sure where is this train. Oh, it's here. Let me send you back to the base, to the mall, and we shall repurpose these manual. These are gonna be the two trains here are gonna be bringing the magnetic canisters back here. Delivery of antimatter. I mean, ideally we want the same amount of trains delivering antimatter and bringing back the canisters, since it's one-to-one reuse, but that's fine. We don't have the station for these. Let's have a station going. Let's have a station. It's an output station, a provider station. So we should copy it for any provider station. Let's have this one, for example. Tiles, train stop names. Sure, it's a provider, so no problem here. Paste it like that. Unfortunately, we don't have the landfill, so we need to wait until the robots come and put it. And in the meanwhile, what we need here is we need to unpack the antimatter, because we have the canisters, and we want to do that. So we need a particle accelerator. Now, how many do we need? It's 30 seconds to produce 1K. 30 seconds to produce 1K. So we might be wanting a small battery. And in all cases, we do need the landfill. So let me go ahead and grab it. Oh, look at this! Landing the ship on scaffolding destroyed scaffolding. I didn't know that. I have never noticed that landing on the scaffolding destroys the scaffolding. I'm gonna leave that for as a souvenir. He finally noticed it. The antimatter last stream you have noticed, but you haven't said anything. Oh my god, you're a sneaky. You are a sneaky. Yeah, we did deliver the canisters, and I was happy. Yeah, we have the antimatter, but not the stream, not the fuel itself. The most important part. Come on. Particle accelerator. So we want these. I found out that I found that out right away as I tried to build a landing pad in concrete. We all find it sooner or later, right? With some holes in our base in worst case scenarios. Okay, let's have some of the production going. How far? You know what? We can build it here. Let's do something like this, because the ship is gonna be stationed here. I think it fits, and then we can build these. I'm still gonna leave a little bit of space just in case it doesn't fit. We need to bring the antimatter itself and transform it, unpack it basically. Oh wait, it needs cooling. It needs a cooling setup. Oh my god. Why is it so hard? Why there are so many small tasks? Not even hard, but there are many small tasks. Okay, this is a magnetic canister provider. Yeah, let's belt. Let's belt here. Ideally, we should build in these, but I didn't want to put them on a belt because, like, you know, wasted belt space. And for the spaceship, anyways, we have the requester chest kind of inside of it. So, and by the way, we still need a requester chest. We need a we need this. Huh? Let's surround the ship. Yeah. Shift click, I remembered. And you're gonna be the clamp number 2, dedicated for this ship. Why is the 4? Do we have a number 2 somewhere? This one is a 3. This one is a 1. 9, 9. Do we have a number 2 somewhere? Maybe just it's like a series and it knows they're the 3, so next one is a 4. Just put the docks here. Why are we building the dock here? You have an entire spaceship shipyard up north with all the stuff. Oh yeah, the idea was to not make it a refueling station at the same time. This is just where we build the ships, and the idea was to make a refueling station elsewhere, which is here. The reason to why is I feel like they have different purposes, and of course we could expand this on the left hand side with all the platforms, but it could have been a possibility, yeah. But we have already established this this here, so oh well. The cooling though. The cooling is annoying. And by the way, how much cooling do we need? How much cooling do we need? Maybe it's like so many that you've only put water there so far. Just copy everything and put it towards the top. You know what? I think it's easier indeed. I think it's you might be right. You might be right. It might be easier. You're building technical depth. Why do you sound so right every time? Because of course you are absolutely right, and I am out of excuses. Okay, let's build it. Let's move it. All we need to do is to have it go top right. Do we deliver antimatter canisters? We don't deliver antimatter canisters. We might be delivering them as well. Like, we have antimatter production here, but that was an initial production. We might want to be delivering the canisters themselves. Yeah, true. Of course. Let's disable the auto land and launch at novice orbit. Man, I do love the ships, the way they leave. So we don't need a platform at the top anymore. What we need to do is basically copy the bottom side, this. Let's copy that with tiles, and we are gonna put it all the way there. We need to move these ships though. Everything is off. And now we can place these. Man, I do like the thumping noises. We can place. Let's have some space for the shipbuilding on the right, and we can have the left hand side for the ships themselves. So we have this one coming. I don't remember the shape, but I don't think it goes all the way there. So I think somewhere here we are Gucci. Something like that. You like doing everything the hard way, hey? Definitely not the easiest. True, I need to stop sometimes to think about the possibilities, right? I tend to find an idea, and if I like it, I tend to go with it, but you're right that it's best to be always mindful of all the possibilities. And the water, I mean, we can establish the water production. Oh, wait, they have been disconnected. The network has been cut. No. Okay, network is back online. I just feel like the spaceship yard has a dedicated purpose, a dedicated mission, and I guess my thinking was that I didn't want to pollute the pure purpose of this location, which is to build spaceships, right? We can have a supplying station which can be at another place. Of course, they could be merged, but yeah, that's it. I don't have any other argument. Synergistic global localization of cross-trained specialists that prioritize customer-focused, stakeholder profiteering designs. My brain went off midway during this sentence. I'm allergic to corporate talks like that. You're making entirely too much antimatter there to only use it for shipyard. Is it too much? Is it too much though? This is like not... I mean, this is a respectable amount, but this is a real good amount. This is a really good amount. Because as we expand the ships, yeah, maybe we shall see. Once we run out of antimatter coming from this location, we can add the trains delivering the canisters. We can unpack the canisters and do everything as we did it below. But for now, indeed, we can do it like that, of course. So let's proceed. And I think this is kind of enough. All we need is to pipe the antimatter, and we are gonna be Gucci. Okay, guys, I have to be stopping now. So we shall finish this next time. I think like there's nothing to finish. If we use this station, everything is here. Pipe the antimatter. We have a new condition. What we need to do is we need to go and save the two ships. So next stream, tomorrow normally, we are gonna go on a mission to save Tanstaffel and Medusa, which are this one is out of power and this one is out of fuel. We're gonna save them, put them on their rails, and then go ahead and do Naquium processing. That's gonna be the goal. I really want to continue the story, so let's try to get to the deep space science and unlock the goodies. You are all welcome. Unless you are lifting off large spaceships, antimatter usage is minimal. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. And yeah, we have a backup solution. The backup solution is this one. True. Okay, and by the way, the Mad Lab, not the old Mad Lab. Oh, we need to set it priority. Priority number. Cannot find the ship. Use search bar, Duke. Way better. Not considering the possibilities again. Okay, the idea is to just put it and pull it back, so it can land. Or can it? Interesting. It can't. Is this 2? It is 2. Okay, never mind. We shall debug it next time. I really have to go. Okay, so where should I send you? Maybe not enough space or something. Not sure. Where should I send you? You need both clamps? Oh, true. True. This one is 2 and we need to add it. Thanks. Okay. And it has landed. Perfect. Okay, guys. Sending you there. Hey, Factorio Space Exploration Hunker what? Oof. That was loud. Clear Phoenix. Let's go. The Clear Phoenix. Hold on. Is it me or he has a really bad resolution? 480p. I guess it's not ideal to watch. Whatever. Okay, let's go to Krydax. Let's go to Krydax. Okay, guys. Tomorrow Nakutite, for sure. And as Quatch redeemed the points, we're gonna make yet another spaceship to bring the Nakutite. We're gonna try to make it high integrity, 2000 integrity, but still pretty fast. I think for Nakutite, it's best to go with big integrity actually, because it's like long route holes. I feel like it's best to bring as much as we can, and just add more ships if it takes too much time. Okay. We shall see that tomorrow, and thank you all for watching. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, if you have anything you want to let me know, there's always Discord in between the streams. So yeah, enjoy your day and have fun. Bye bye.